Zapatero. ¿Qué opina usted del gobierno de Zapatero? Pues igual que yo. ¿Y qué opina usted? ¿Qué opina usted? ¿Qué opina usted del gobierno canario? ¿Y de los ayuntamientos de la isla?
You've been ducking and dodging, but you can't come home no more. You've been ducking and dodging, but you can't come home no more. That kid you got won't get this spot no more.
Hey boys, welcome back for Week 12 of the recap. Week 12 is in the books now. It's a hockey football league, and we're still in Byron Center, Michigan for the second to last regular season edition of the recap. First of all, I'd like to welcome Parker Ryan Seitzma for his first viewing of this fine program. Welcome to the world, little guy. We're about to go over matchups, hand out some unwanted awards, check the standings, and of course, check in with my pick'em results and get the predictions laid out for Week 13. Enough of this BS, though. Let's get in the head-to-head portion and get the recap rolling. First up, we have Coon in the Cob versus Hot Graham. In a matchup of two top three teams, the winner of this one is going to put themselves in the best position to clinch a bye week for the first round of the playoffs. And with a bruised-up team, Hot Graham being short wide receiver, they were forced to drop Harry Larry Fitzgerald and pick up the roster hooker Keenan Allen. It proved to be a good move, though, getting him 12.4 from him, so that's pretty good. Peyton Manning continues to be great with his incredibly large forehead and 28.08 points this week. Not to be outdone, though, Coon the Cob got 19.7 from both Aaron Rodgers and Anquan Bolden. They also had the balls to start Jeremy Hill with Giovanni Bernard coming back to the lineup this week. It paid off when he scampered in for 15.6 points. But as all great matchups do, this one came down to Monday night with two games scheduled this week because of the snow out in Buffalo. Going back and forth all night, Coon broke it open with 28 from Buffalo's defense in the Motor City against the terrible Jets offense. Let's see, Hot Graham needed... and they also got 4.2 needed points out of Owen Daniels and Sammy Watkins combined. That's for Coon the Cob. They did hold up Hot Graham. His stellar tight end, Jimmy Graham, got 16.7 points. Final score here, though, the four-win streaking Coon the Cob with 110.36 to the skidding Hot Graham's 108.78. Our next face-off is between Tinker Stinkers and Force It in Her Butt. This is a pretty simple matchup. Force It in Her Butt continues to be really, really bad, with their highest scoring player this week being Colin Kaepernick with his 14.64 points. Eek. And Tinker Stinkers continue to play well down the stretch, with more huge games from DT, Eddie Lacy, and Isaiah Crowell joining the party that is the scoring party over at Tinker Stinkers, with a combined of 73.3 points from just the three of those guys. Tinker Stinkers clearly took this one, 120 to the bad and getting worse. Force It in Her Butt's embarrassing 54.34. Next up, we got Taco versus Mother Tuckers. Here we have a matchup with just a razor-thin margin of victory, and the winner should not be celebrating just yet. Because you guys know those stat corrections can always change, but I like the odds of this one not changing. Before we get any further, let's note that both teams' defenses scored -5. Way to go, losers. Before we, let's see, anyway, both sides had great weeks. Taco had 4 players break double digits, with Drew Brees looking like Drew Brees again for a change, with his 29.3 points this week and a high score for him all year. Mother Tuckers had 5 people break into the 2-digit barrier, but not one that broke 20. On Monday, Taco had Brees and Steve Smith Sr. going against Justin Tucker, the namesake of Mother Tuckers. Things were really tight until Justin Tucker smashed a 55-yard field goal in the fourth quarter to put a nice margin between him and Taco. But Drew Brees loves garbage time and threw one more TD late to pull the game within almost a point. But the Saints couldn't recover the onside, and Taco's week was over. Final score here, 89.2 to Mother Tucker's 90.34. Next, we got Josh Unchained versus the GOAT. This game was supposed to be a cakewalk for Josh Gordon and his band of merry misfits, but his 12 points on his first game back didn't put a ton of distance between Josh Unchained and the GOAT. 2 out of the 3 Bears on their roster were bad, but Matt Forte ran all over Tampa for 23.2. Julio Jones and Steven Hauschka were the bright spots for a GOAT this week with 27.8 combined. This game really didn't break open for the champ until late Sunday night when Cody Parkey kicked his way into this Anchor's heart with 20 points. San Diego snagged 17, and Dez racked up 2 touchdowns for 20.6 points. After a close start, this one ended a lopsided with 123 for Josh Unchained, and the D is silent, gentlemen, and 68.06 for the GOAT. In our last bout, we have the Don Goodell versus 50 Shades of Gold. The Don was supposed to take his this bye week win over 50 Shades of Gold and never look back, but since their team is terrible and had 4 players score under 6 points, they had to work for this one. 50 Shades of Gold didn't make it easy, either with 17 from Philly's D and 11.1 from Steven I Ain't Dead Yet Jackson. They did start an inactive Reggie Bush, but at this point we're all kind of used to him starting someone that's not even playing this week. And ultimately they fell short this week, bringing their season total losses to a dismal 10. Final score for the Don, 78.42 to Shady's 73.42. It's a good week from the Don, though. Got to win. That's all you need. That does it for the head-to-head portion of the show. Let's keep this pedal party moving and head on to the awards. First up, we got Biggest Loser. Well, this week our biggest loser certainly isn't the team that lost by the most. Forcing her butt, terrible. At this point in the season, Biggest Loser tends to follow teams that had hopes for the postseason, but either took a huge hit or are completely eliminated. Taco this week, with their 1.14 loss, was eliminated from playoff contention. Well, not technically, I suppose. They could score 200 more points than Tinker Stinkers in Week 13. Of course, Tinker Stinkers would also have to lose, but that won't happen. In just 1 year removed from their championship season, Taco is only playing for the Toilet Bowl, while the big boys are playing for the HFL Cup. Enjoy your Biggest Loser award, Taco. I hear it goes well with turkey. Next up, we got our Bench Boo-Boo. What could be worse than losing Week 12 and being eliminated from the playoffs? Well, how about being able to turn the tides just by starting someone else? You guessed it. Taco is our first ever double award winner. Let's look at the 4. Count them 4 things Taco could have done to prevent his dismissal from the playoff picture with 1.14 point loss this week. First of all, just don't start your defense. They got you -5. That would have gotten you win. Next, maybe try getting 15.5 from Delaney Walker. He was on your bench. He would have gotten you the win. Let's see. Next, maybe, let's see. We'll stay in the tight ends here for a second. The one you started was inactive, by the way. That was terrible. Hell, throw in Vernon Davis. He got you 2.1. Maybe he would have gotten you the win. Who the hell has 3 tight ends anyway, Taco? What the hell are you doing? Next, stop starting terrible Darren McFadden. LeGarrette Blount got you 19.8 on the bench. He would have gotten you the win. There's your 4 things that you could have done differently, buddy. Jeez. All right. Well, enjoy your leading 6 awards this year, Taco. Maybe you can add your total with a Toilet Bowl championship, which doesn't even really count because it's for losers. You truly have earned the Week 12 Bench Boo-Boo. Congrats. Enough of beating up on Taco. Let's see what's going on in the league with Week 12's pick'em results. I got another 4-1 week this week. Taco blew not only his season, but my perfect pick'em this week, and I'm pretty bummed about that. Your decision hurts just more than you, Taco. My season average is a devilishly good .666. Let's look at the standings, though. As you can see, everyone's place has a mark next to it. Some pounds, some an asterisk, but, you know, what is for sure is that either you are in or out of this year's HFL playoffs. No one in the top 3 has a bye locked down yet, so this week will still be very, very interesting, especially with 2 teams in the playoffs on 4-game win streaks. Normally I'd break down the playoff odds predictor, but with everyone locked in, I'll just point out the odds for each of the top 3 teams going on bye. You'll see that Hot Grams lost this week, signed away considerable rights to the top 2 positions for the final league and get that bye that everyone wants. That does it for Week 12. Next we got the Week 13 preview. Final week of the regular season is upon us. With the postseason worthy teams all decided and playing each other this week, while the Toilet Bowl crew is set and playing themselves as well. It's just jockeying for position at this point, and to start this week, the top 2 teams and favorites for the first round byes are going head-to-head. 4-game win streak, Coon and the Cobb will fall to defending champs Joiking Off. Hot Graham will face off with the red hot, and I mean that red hot Tinker Stinkers in a very close matchup. The new dad will end Tinker Stinkers win streak at 4, though. In a battle of bad, the Bears' heavy 50 Shades of Gold will fall to the GOAT because the Detroit defense is going to blow them up on Thanksgiving. In our second irrelevant matchup in a row, Taco will beat Force It in her butt. In a battle for 4th place, we will see Mother Tuckers take out the Don. Well, fellas, that does it for Week 12 here on the recap from Byron Center, Michigan, for the Honky Football League Network. I'm Mark Krasinski saying Happy Thanksgiving and, of course, bad luck to all of you. Yeah.